Nobody tells you the truth about this. Not the influencers, not the 10 tips to become a founder videos. Nobody tells you what it actually feels like at 3 in the morning alone, with a product that works and 0 people using it. I'm going to tell you the truth today, because I lived it. When I started building this, I thought discipline meant working every hour I was awake. I was wrong, and I had to learn that the hard way. You cannot build everything every day. I have 4 jobs right now: developer, content creator, salesperson, and a student. I'm learning English, trading, learning how to vibe coding all at once. Trying to do all 4 at full intensity every single day, that doesn't make you a hero. That breaks you in 3 weeks. I know this because I almost let it. Your biggest enemy isn't laziness, it's context switching. Going from writing code to filming a video to replying to messages and back to code. That destroys deep work. Every switch costs you 20 or 30 minutes of your mind resetting. A day of constant switching feels exhausting and produces almost nothing. Consistency beats intensity every single time. One 14-hour day followed by 2 days of burnout produces less than 6 calm, focused days in a row. I had to learn this the hard way too, because in the beginning I thought exhaustion was proof I was working hard enough. It wasn't proof of anything, it was just exhaustion. Your body is your most important tool, not your laptop, not your code editor. Your body. A tired version of me writes worse code, speaks worse English, makes worse decisions, films worse videos. That's why drinking coffee is essential as well. Sleep isn't laziness, sleep is maintenance. You wouldn't run a machine on 5% battery and expect it to perform. So why do we do that to ourselves? You will feel behind. That feeling is lying to you. I used to think an ideal day meant working every hour I was awake. Now I know an ideal day has a shape, not a rigid schedule, a shape. The shape of a day that builds the product, builds the brand, and keeps me sane enough to do it again tomorrow. Mornings are for buildings. That's when my mind is sharpest. That's when the hardest problems get solved. Not scrolling, not checking messages, drinking water for better brain performance and building. Midday shifts to content, because content requires a different kind of energy, creative energy, not analytical energy. And afternoons are for the uncomfortable work. Sales, outreach, the calls nobody wants to make. I put that after the morning wins, because by then I've already proven something to myself that day. And evenings are for stopping. Actually stopping, not light work, not just checking one more thing. Stopping, because the founder who works until midnight every night burns out in 6 weeks, and the founder who protects their evening builds for 5 years. I had to learn that pushing harder isn't always the answer. Sometimes answer is protecting the shape of your day, so you can show up again tomorrow. I asked myself a question a few weeks ago. I was talking about my identity as a founder, and I said something that surprised even me. I'm human, I'm building this with help from something incredibly intelligent, but it's not human. We are different objects in this game. And that thought stuck with me, because it's true. I can build systems, write plans, design strategies all day, every day, without getting tired, without doubting myself, without feeling the weight of an empty bank account, or the pressure of a dream that hasn't paid off yet. I carry all of that, and I still show up. That's not a small thing, that's everything. Because I'm not a developer who does marketing, I'm not a content creator who happens to code. I'm something rarer. A builder who understands the full stack of what it takes to make something real. Product, brand, content, sales, community. Most people spend a career developing one of those. I'm running all 5 at once, in my second language, with limited resources, against a clock that doesn't stop. And I used to see that as a pressure. Now I see it differently. When this succeeds, no single part of it can be taken from me and given to someone else. I understand all of it. That makes me dangerous in the best possible way. You sell by being, not by pushing. The most effective way to sell something isn't sending 100 cold messages. It's making your presence communicate value so clearly that people ask to buy. Every piece of content, every reply, every call, all of it builds or erodes the perception that you're worth paying attention to. Discipline is your brand, not just your habit. I built a full trading system alone, scripted videos before filming one, called strangers before I had a single subscriber. That level of discipline isn't common. It might be more valuable than the product itself. Rejection is information, not identity. I've called people who said no, posted things that got 40 views, sent messages that got no reply. None of that means the idea is wrong. It means I haven't found the right person yet, or the right message yet. Every rejection is data, not a verdict on who I am. Sell the outcome, leave the process. When I talk to someone about what I'm building, I'm not selling a feature, I'm selling a feeling. The feeling of not missing what matters. But while I sell outcomes to others, I have to live the process myself. Quietly, the founder who chases results gets anxious. The founder who trusts the process trusts that results follow. Your story is the one thing that nobody can copy. Anyone can copy a product, anyone can copy a system with vibe coding, but nobody can copy where I came from. Nobody can copy the version of me that left everything, with no connections, and built a life from zero. Twice. That story is mine. If you're building something right now and it feels impossible someday, I want you to hear this. You don't need to be inhuman to do this. You just need to keep showing up as the human you actually are. I'm not writing this from some finished success story. I'm writing it from the middle of it. No house, not much cash, building something from scratch again. But I've done this before, and that's exactly why I know I can do it again.